Hello everyone, thank you for watching the interview video. I'm Atsushi, the organizer of DevRelKaigi 2025. It is the International Developer Relations Conference from Japan, and we will hold it in Tokyo on October 2nd to 4th, 2025. And in this interview session, talking with Awantika as one of the amazing speaker of it, about what you can expect to hear from them regarding the session. We hope it would be helpful for you to attend the conference. So I welcome the Awantika on the stage just a moment. So, hello Awantika, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for inviting me to this stream. And I'm really excited to speak in the conference itself. So, really excited to share my experience, learn from other community managers and developer advocates as well.
Thank you. So let's start the interview. First of all, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So, my name is Awantika. I'm currently from India, based in Delhi. I've been working as a community manager at Prefact AI, and I've been doing community management and developer relations for more than 4 years of now. Working with different companies across the globe regarding edtech, AI, etc. I'm really excited to talk about what community managers do in their day-to-day life. I'm also excited to learn from each other, to know what they do. And apart from my job, I really love traveling a lot. Of course, being like a remote job, I travel a lot, explore different cultures, um, trying different good food. So, in case you're interested in sharing about good food, good culture in Japan or something, we can definitely chat in the conference itself. And yeah, that's what I do. Really excited to see what other folks bring in.
Oh, thank you. So, I have no idea, and maybe most of audiences have no idea about your company, the fact that AI. So, could you please introduce your company and what is mainly product or something?
Sure, yeah, definitely. So Refac AI is an open source autonomous AI agent. We are really interested in leveraging the power of programming for developers. Right now, everything is all about AI. Even in community managers do use a lot of AI. So we use AI every day in our day-to-day lives. So it's like a second companion for you in case you are a programmer or a developer, and it's open source, so you can definitely contribute to us. We run a different types of different initiatives as well for developers. So in case you're interested in trying out, you can definitely check out the website refact.ai, and you can explore and see how refact ai can definitely be helpful for you in terms of programming. And yeah, that's about the product itself. And we also
Oh,
have like a very small community on Discord. So in case you're interested in open source contribution, you're interested in contributing to our product or being our champion or running other programs in your local community, or we are always there to help you. So we are really interested in some kind of passionate developers who are interested in leveraging the the kind of future of AI in programming. So, in case you're interested, you can definitely join our Discord community. We love to hang out every week with our different events and programs over there.
I see. So, are open source community popular in India? If so, you know why is that?
Yeah, a lot of developers are now moving towards open source because uh, it's actually really powerful, and in India people have built a lot of communities around there. There are different talks, different conferences which are happening in order to spread the awareness about open source and how powerful open source is. um, I think when I was back in my university, I had no idea about what open source is. I just got to know about open source when I joined my company, when I got to know like you can contribute, you can do much more than contribution. But now what I see in India is almost all the university students, they know what open source means, and how powerful it is. You can get a job via open source. You can be a maintainer of a project for your whole life. And there are a lot of programs and initiatives which a lot of organizations and companies are running in order to push this initiative more. um, and nowadays I think most of the products are going open source. It's just not um, the programming stuff. I've seen a couple of other products which are just going open source. So yeah, here in India I think there's a huge community, or there's a huge organization, or something which is really becoming popular in India, and more people are getting aware about what open source is. We do have a couple of conferences like Open Source Summit in India itself to educate about, which is run by Linux Foundation, which is like really educating about how powerful open source is. And yeah, that's what the current scenario is in India about open source.
I see. So when I visit to the India, Bengaluru last year, so I joined to the JS Conf. There are so many developers in there, so it's a very powerful, I think. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I see. So we are moving to the next topic about your session. So, and this conference has 3 days, each with a different theme. So, and day two is a marketing and business day, and the day three is a developer and community days. So, and definitely your session is suitable for day three, developer and community day. So, and could you please introduce the session, especially any points you want to share here, with your audiences?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So, what I see so far as a community manager is, first of all, the role is a bit niche. What I've seen in India, I've seen a couple of people moving towards developer advocacy or developer relations, but there are a very less people who are community managers. I am happy to connect with them who are really community managers, but not developer. Both of the roles, the developer relations and community manager, are totally different roles, which is something misunderstood by a lot of people, and it also changes according to different companies requirements. Yeah, so the main aim for me to speak as a community manager is to actually connect with a lot of community managers, people who are of my same domain, know what they are doing, how they are tackling communities, how their day-to-day work looks like, because my work is kind of very much different from the other community manager work. Maybe I might be doing something really interesting and running a lot of programs, or something which is really valuable for the community, and the other community manager might be just doing some kind of very boring operational job. It could be just doing like monitoring Discord, or just doing a lot of manual work, not really working on good initiatives for the community. So I'm happy to chat with a lot of community managers to know what they do, what their day-to-day work looks like, what is the scenario of community managers in the current industry itself, so that maybe I can learn from them, and they hopefully can learn something from me as well. Um, so that's what I feel about the community manager role in the current scenario, and I'm happy to chat in the conference itself with a lot of people how they think about community managers as well, and maybe I can break some myth about what community managers do in their life, how their life looks like. um, yeah, all of those. I'm happy to chat in the conference about that. Coming towards the topic itself, so this topic is something which is really something which I really felt when I was doing my first job. And I also learned from a lot of different people who were managing their own community. I've seen a lot of communities, a lot of companies who have their own small group of community. So, what people think is community is just a group of people where you add in a Discord, Slack, whatever platform you look like, and you just bombard them with a lot of salesy messages, and just pushing them to do whatever they want, whatever you want to from your side. So let's suppose there is a community of there is a product, a tech product. They have a small community on Discord, and they're just posting a lot of salesy messages on their announcement channel, of course sharing about their product, but they're just kind of pushing their people to do more, to sign up for their product more, buy their product more, and all of those stuff. So nowadays what I see so far is a lot of companies are just moving towards being practical with the community members. They're not catering their emotional need, what they want to do in their, what actually community wants to do, what they really like about the community. They're kind of forcing them to bombarding with them with a lot of things. Like I do see companies posting about their product updates, their sales, some of their other messages, which is okay, which is fine, which is something which everybody does. But they don't really cater the emotional side of the community, what the community wants, what are their needs or something. So that's what my talk is about, is creating like a human face for your community, which means you have to not only look into the practical side of the thing. I know you want a lot of signups, you want to convert your free users to paid users, that's totally fine, but of course a human face or an emotional connection with them is really required. So you can't do anything without care. So according to me, care is number one strategy of starting, like having like a human face of your community. um, Most of the companies think like it's kind of obsession with their growth, and they really don't care about, they really think like churn, if the users are churning it's okay, but it's really not okay. You can do a lot of stuff. So my talk is all about building a transparency, a trust with the community, um, just catering to more emotional needs of the community, how you can move a step ahead of just having product updates, announcements, and all. You can also share the negative side of your community itself. For example, if a product launches a change log every 3 weeks, they can share about what are the challenges they feel, um, in their current product updates or something. So not only the positive side but also the negative side of the community, and also running different kind of strategies. So my talk will involve a lot of strategies, some of my personal stories, how you can be a storyteller in the community, just not bombarding messages, but you can be like really a good storyteller. um, And yeah, and also I will be showing a very beautiful comparison of what company expects from the community and what community expects from the company itself. That's something which I've learned a lot in my first job, like what actually company thinks community can do. But that's something, they have those kind of check marks, like, I want to have community like this, they should do this, but community members are something which is not your employees. They are not your people who are going to work with you, or something. They're just because they love your product, they want to advocate about your product, they want to spread awareness about your product. That's why they are with your community or something. So my talk will involve a lot of my stories, some tips and tricks of how to create like a human face for the community, how you can leverage your community, just not being practical, but more on the emotional sides, how you can use, how can use storytelling, and a lot of things which I personally do in my day-to-day work in order to connect with the community in a more human manner, not just being into the practical side of the thing. So I'm really excited to share my tips, tricks, and hopefully some community manager in the conference could learn, and utilize all of those practical tips and build a more sustainable and stronger community, a community which where people just stick around for a very very long period of time, and they just don't churn out in case they just feel bored, or in case just they feel like they're just bombarding with a lot of announcement messages, and it's like spammy for me, and I just want to leave this kind of platform, and they remembered your community for the whole uh, life, or maybe they just stick around you with a very long time. So reducing the churn, yeah, that's what my talk will be all about. So I'm really excited to share my knowledge and to know what other folks have questions, or yeah, and I'm really excited for that.
Okay, thank you. And I have some questions about your session. So you said the community member are not employees. So why do you think they want to contribute to your product?
Yeah, sure. So community members are definitely not employees. That's something which I see. We're just kind of pushing them to do more. What makes a community stick around a product is they genuinely love the cause, they genuinely love the product, they genuinely love the use case, and that's where they want to contribute more in the community, in the product side. So for example, here in Refact, I've seen a lot of, since we are open source, a lot of our community members are really excited to contribute to our product itself, to add new changes, new features itself. And that's something which we definitely take care of. We have our open roadmap. We kind of had that transparency and trust. And that's the reason community members feel more open and they give more suggestions, in terms of, what changes, what new features they want to add in the product itself. So that's what, if you kind of make your community more um, adaptive, or maybe more, you give your community more freedom, you just don't take them as your employees or something, they definitely love to contribute a lot. That's what I've seen so far. So of course you need to make your community more caring, more emotional side, not just, you know you know as a community manager, you just don't want the community to be filled of thousands of people. So one of the things which I've also seen so far is, in the community, quality matters more than quantity. So you have to focus on quality people, quality community members. Even if your community is of 500 people, even if 100 of them, let's suppose, which is a big number, 100 of them are even being very active, it's a lot. It's a win-win for your product or for your community. So yeah, so definitely that's what I feel so far. Yeah.
I see. Thank you. And this is the last question in this session. So, what do you think is the most important aspect or attribute of being a community manager for you?
Yeah, sure. So, to be honest, I never had any mentor or um, anyone who just walked me through a very fixed path of being a community manager. It's always about learning from your mistakes, learning from your experiences, um, learning from your mistakes. I feel so far learning from community members, learning from people who are of your same niche. So according to me, what makes a community manager more special is you have to just think on the emotional side of the community, and you have to have that bridge. Of course, community managers are actually a bridge between their product and their community, but you have to somewhat maintain that bridge, or you have to somewhat maintain that balance. Like, you have to also cater to your company needs, as well as you also have to cater to your community members. You can't just be with a company and just think about your business, or making huge money or making huge profits. You also have to cater people who are signing up for your product, who are sharing who are sharing their milestones, or who are sharing like, hey, I made this with refac AI, I contributed to your open source repository over there, please check that out. I did this, I did that. You have to cater that as well. So think about more into the emotional side of the things, just not uh, being on the practical side, and learn from your mistakes, learning from people who have who have been in this space for over a years. Trying and experimenting is something which I've done so far. So never stop or something. Always try to be more experimentative. Things which works, you take them forward. Things which doesn't work, it's a learning for you, and you don't work on it anymore. So that's the things which I feel like that makes community managers more strong, and more catering towards both the product and the community side of the thing. And community manager role is something which is really diverse. Sometimes that's also I have done. So in my first job, I have worn multiple hats, like being working with the engineering team. You sometimes work with product, you work with support, you also cater community, sometimes you work with marketing. So it's a juggling job itself, if you have a very small team, or if you are just one person who's managing the whole community. So be ready for that itself. Always welcome challenges, and always take learning always learn from your mistakes. And yeah, that's what I see feel so far. So of course, you shouldn't say no, or you should be always acceptable to learning a lot of new things. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Awantika. So you have a lot of the great experiences in the developer communities. So, and every attendees, including me, cannot hold the conference. So, and thank you so much for today's interviews. And I hope you will also enjoy the conference and staying to Japan.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to share my learnings and learn from other people as well. And also, it's kind of my first time in visiting Japan, so I'm really excited to
Right.
explore the culture, try some sushis. explore the vibe of the city itself.
Yeah, okay. So please let's pray. Let's enjoy the Japan.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for hosting me.
yeah. Thank you. Okay, everyone. How about the interviews? I will announce it again. Our conference, DevRelKaigi 2025, will be held on the October 2nd to 4th, 2025 at Tokyo. Tickets are now on sale. We hope for your attendance. See you next interview. Bye.